Moving on to the back of the fade, we're going to use our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. We're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline at the bottom. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. We are right on top of the occipital bone here, so you want to make sure you spend more time here in detail as much as possible. Now that we're done softening up the line with our one guard and its lever, we can move on to our half guard and erase the line completely. This is going to help us blend between our no guard all the way open and our one guard all the way open. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. This guideline is going to help us blend in with our 1.5 guard. As you guys can see, now that the guideline is soft enough, we can move on to our 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Using our clipper over comb method and our horizontal and vertical cuts, we're going to debulk and blend the hair in the back, connecting it to our fade on the bottom. You want to make sure to be careful because you could make an indentation with your clipper over comb method, so you want to make sure your silhouette is nice and full. Now that we're done saturating the hair, we can move on to our shears. And we're going to go ahead and grab the hair with our comb, holding it with our fingers, and cutting it with our shears. So we feed the hair into our fingers with our comb, and then cut it with our shears. You also want to make the hair that you grab is even with the hair that you grabbed previously. Each part should be equal and also cut at a certain angle, whichever angle is needed depending on where you're cutting on the head. If you're cutting near the occipital bone or you're cutting near the silhouette area on the edges, you have to cut at a certain angle, blending the hair into the hair on the other side. Again, you're combing the hair into your fingers, you're holding it tight, and you're cutting it with your shears. Now that we're done with our shear work on top, we can move on to the front line and comb all of his hairs down, facing the direction that they grow. Now that the hairs are laid down, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and go with the grain, debulking them. Since we're done debulking the hair, we can move on to our hairspray and make sure that all the hairs are stiff and that they don't shift when using our Goat FX. Moving on to our Goat FX, we're going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides, going as slow as possible, making sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer. Usually if you don't go slow enough, the hair's going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. When you're lining up C cups, you always want to start off at the bottom and work your way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. You also want to make sure you're not pressing too hard because you could bite them with the teeth of the trimmer, especially if you're using Gold FX. So after we were done finishing the other side, we then moved on to our Gold FX, and we're repeating the same process, making sure everything's nice and even and matched. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on the Instagram, or go ahead and subscribe to the membership down below. With this membership, you're going to gain access to private lives and private videos and one-on-one class sessions. We're then going to line up the mustache. I always start off at the outer edge and then work my way to the inner edge of the mustache. Then with the goatee, I always like to use my headrest and make them lay down so that they're nice and still and they're not moving while I'm lining up their beard. Now that we're done shaving off the hair from his face, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Derber premium blades and make him as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that the razor can glide better. Now that we're done applying the shave gel, we're going to keep the razor at a 45-degree angle for the most part and use our opposite hand to pull the skin and keep it as taut as possible.